So this video was requested by one of you, and honestly, I'm glad it was because a lot of people here are making retirement and relocation plans just based on assumptions, not on real numbers. So today we're going to be looking at Ghana and we'll be breaking it down properly. What does £500 a month actually get you in Ghana versus Nigeria? Once rent, food and healthcare and general life kicks in. Because depending on where you choose, 500 can mean comfort or it can mean constant stress. And if you like practical diaspora guidance on retirement, relocation and living well, please do hit the subscribe button now because I drop videos that are similar to this every week. So let's start with what £500 really is in local money. As at early February this year, £1 is about 15.1 Ghana cedis, and so 500 is about 7,500 cedis. In Nigeria, £500 is about 990,000 naira. So on paper, Nigeria looks like it's giving you almost £1,000,000 naira, which sounds like a soft life, Abi. But wait, because cost of living is not only about the numbers, it is about what the number buys and how stable prices feel month to month. So we really do need to check this. Before we price anything, the Ghana retirement pathway is also important. If you're thinking Ghana for retirement, here is the key point. You will typically need a residence permit, which is tied to your purpose there, which is retirement, and you have to get on what they call the Ghana Immigration Service, and there's guidance around that. Now, many people refer to this as the Ghana Retirement Permit or Retire Residence Permit, and you would usually require proof that you are definitely retired and financially self-sufficient. For people of African descent in the diaspora, Ghana also has what is called the Right of Abode route, which is via the Ministry of Interior, Ghana. And there are different requirements, different categories. Also, if you're a British citizen retiring in Ghana, the UK government notes that you can still claim your UK state pension while living in Ghana. Obviously, this will be subject to your personal eligibility. Okay, all that talked about, let's get to the main part of the video. What £500 gets you in Ghana, we're going to use Accra as the benchmark, and we're going to use it as a reference because I think that's where many retirees and returnees land first. So if you're renting modestly on the site called Numbeo, a one-bedroom outside the center of Accra is listed around $202 a month, while city center is around $500 a month. Utilities are shown at around $53 a month, so Ghana can work on £500 a month if you rent outside prime areas, or if you're sharing costs with somebody, or you've bought your place, or you're staying with family. In terms of day-to-day costs, which is the retirer's reality, in Ghana overall, a basic inexpensive restaurant meal I think comes to around $6. Mid-range meal is around $44. And in terms of transport in Accra, a local one-way ticket is around $2. So what does all this mean in plain English? £500 in Accra is not bougie money, but it can be calm and it can be dignified, especially if your housing is sorted. And again, one more thing that retirees care about is price stability, and Ghana's inflation fell to 5.4 in December 2025, and it has continued to decline. So that doesn't mean that prices are cheap in Ghana, but what it does mean is that your budget is less likely to feel like it's melting every month. So let's move over to Nigeria and what £500 gets you, and we're going to use Abuja. So a lot of returnees target Lagos or Abuja for safety, for infrastructure, and for access to private healthcare. But here's the honest truth. Housing is where Nigeria can really, really humble you. Abuja rent figures look really wild, but even going by some users' comments, rent is often paid annually in Nigeria, which doesn't help. So doing monthly comparisons can be messy. So instead of pretending that rent is straightforward, let's talk about what £500 does best in Nigeria. If your housing is already handled, so you have family or you own your own property, that's where that 990,000 naira can stretch. Abuja prices show that inexpensive restaurant meals will probably be around $3, utilities around $64 a month, your transport probably around $1 a day. So day-to-day living can actually feel cheaper than Accra in many categories. And this is especially if you're not buying like all the heavily imported items. The Nigerian factor, however, is the volatility and the pressures of Nigerian inflation, because things keep changing and your money keeps at times getting devalued. Headline inflation was reported at 15.15% in January, and in real terms, even when you have money, your monthly shopping can actually surprise you, because some of the costs, power, private healthcare, security, service charges can really destroy your budget. And also, Nigeria's national minimum wage has been listed around 70,000 naira a month, which just shows how far 990,000 is above many local incomes. But that doesn't automatically translate into an easy lifestyle, especially where your biggest costs are housing or power or healthcare. So, who really wins, Ghana or Nigeria? My people, the real answer is this. If you need predictability, easier budgeting, and a settled down vibe, then Ghana starts to look very, very attractive, especially when you have a clear retiree residence pathway and other diaspora routes like the right of abode. If you have housing sorted in Nigeria, or you are not paying market rent in Nigeria annually, Nigeria can give you a bigger lifestyle boost on £500, especially on food, transport, and local services. But if you're paying premium rent and running a generator, lifestyle private healthcare can be out of pocket. That £500 can disappear very fast. So the retiree £500 blueprint, if I was the one, what I would do in terms of choosing between Ghana and Nigeria for retirement, I would be asking myself, is my housing handled? If not, what's my real housing plan? Secondly, do I want stability or flexibility? Thirdly, what's my healthcare plan and budget? And will I be living locally or imported in terms of what I eat? All this will change everything. But quite importantly, what is my residency route? Because that really matters if you are a diaspora returnee. So what I would say is you need to think about your lifestyle. Am I going to have, I own my home budget, I want resort style of living budget, or am I renting in these places? Look at the numbers first and then decide. As usual, please comment below. Will you be leaning towards Nigeria or Ghana, and why? And if you think this video has even made you think a little bit, subscribe, because I will be breaking it down a bit more in terms of that comparison. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.